Sorry, we're having some technical difficulties trying to figure out how to actually implement the subscriber-only chat mode and then get it onto here. Let me turn off the sound before I pull my own video up. So let's turn that down. We'll come back into here. Let's see. It should be popping up here on so I can see your guys' chat. Let's see, where else can I go? Am I able to see currently live? There we go. There's one way to get into it. Oh, here we go. Customization. Close. Who can send messages? Alright, I think we got it. Live chat. Figuring this out as we go. Save. Now, I just want to jump into the actual video. Let's see if I can do that. We got 3 people. Already got 1 thumbs up. That's awesome. So bear with me just a little bit. We're trying to work through some of this stuff. This is a new little setup here. So, but I think I got it set up. Now I just need my be able to watch my own video so I can see your guys' comments. So I'm sure you've had some already. I'm surprised it has not. Usually it pops up by now. Nothing yet. I don't know why it's taking so long. Hey, there we go. Now you can just see me moving the mouse around. I guess that's me talking. All right. We got Walter in here. What's up? We got Manic Flippin'. Congrats. Appreciate it. Thank you. You're part of that, right? So turned on subscribers only mode. Only channel subscribers of 20 minutes or longer can send messages. Sounds right. Sounds good enough. We'll do the giveaway within the first 20 minutes, and then we'll go through and open some stuff. I didn't even turn my lights on. Good Lord. What is happening in here? So focused on trying to figure out how to get to the subscribers only. I couldn't do it on my phone. You have to actually go in and do it on the desktop, which I thought was kind of crazy. I thought there was a way you could do it as you logged in, but apparently not. Alright, so let me get some stuff ready. We are going to give away that Leo, so I'm sure that's what everybody is here for. And to have fun, we're going to open up some packaging, and we'll see where it goes. Aaron just got home from work, so Aaron, we're going to open up that green tinted street rotor, and let's see. I'm gonna move this out of the way a little bit. All right, we having fun yet? So we're going to open up a couple of 5-packs. So here's the top of them. Gonna zoom out a little bit. We're gonna open up some Leos. We're gonna open up a couple of main lines. So I need to get a piece of paper so I can write a number on it. So I want to lucky horse. Oh, so wife's been printing stuff off on the printer down here. Let's see here. What's this one? I'll just pull a new sheet of paper out of the printer. Making all kinds of noise. There we go. Alright, I'll make it pretty bright. Alright, so the numbers are going to be between 1 and 500, number of subscribers. I don't expect there to be 500 people on here, but we'll number appropriately just in case something crazy happens. And so, remember, here's what I'll do for hints. I am a blue card and collector number lover, but that went up to 1,121, so I'll probably pick a number that I enjoy within those numbers, just because that's the kind of person that I am. I enjoy that kind of stuff. I've also been thinking about other video types, so another video series we're gonna, I say we, it's just me, I'm gonna do is some Easter egg stuff. So You know, things that, you know, maybe you missed on some of the cars or packaging and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to show some of those. Let's see, what is a good number? Trying to think of a great number to use. Let's see. Because my favorite car is beyond 500, unfortunately. So we can't use that number. But don't want to give out too many hints. So let's see. What can we do? Let's get it going. I'm here for the sport, not just for the free stuff. I appreciate it. And it shows with all your comments between you and Walter and everybody. There's 3 or 4 of you actually that's been commenting and liking, and I really appreciate that and the support. So let's see. I'm trying to remember here. Oh, here we go. Now I'm figuring it. I'm getting it now. All right, I've got my number. Let me write it on the paper. I did write it in marker so it'd be easily seen, but hopefully we can fold it enough times where you won't be able to detect it on camera. And then we're gonna go ahead and we'll rip some stuff. We got Keith in. What's up, Keith? For those of you who haven't subscribed, you won't be able to participate in this one, but we are going to do one at 1,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. The number is right here. We'll put it on this little clear display box, and then we'll go ahead and let everybody go. So go ahead and throw your numbers up in the chat so that we have those recorded. And we'll give it about 5-10 minutes of everybody that comes in, throws their number up, and then we'll reveal the number and see who the winner is. Scott, 252. I already know what car that is. Nice. Let's see. We got Walter with 78. $78 is what's that? The Peterbilt cement truck. This could be sad. People gonna think I'm kind of crazy if I remember. I don't remember every single collector number car, their actual number, but I got a couple of them down. We got number 86. Yeah, see, I don't remember 86. I'm thinking it's some type of truck, but I can't remember. Oh no, it's the proper chopper. Nice. So go ahead and throw your numbers up. We got 3 numbers so far. It says we got 6 people watching. So if you're watching, throw your number up. 384, Manic Flippin'. Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't have that one off the top of my head. That's going to be like a 96 era time frame, right? So what could that be? Let's look it up. 386. 384. 384. Don't want to get the numbers wrong here. Let's see what we got. What the thinking is. Oh, the 57 T-Bird from the Flamethrower series. Nice. Lots of variations in that one. That was a fun casting to go after. There's so much of nuance in that flame tempo on that 57 T-Bird. So, alright, so while you guys are putting in numbers, I'm going to go ahead and pull something over here from the side, and we're going to rip it. So, first one's going to be this Leo Turbo Mustang. This will be the first Leo Mustang that I first one that I got, and it was in packaging, the first one I'm going to have loose. So, I already got pictures of this. I'll get it up on the website. I didn't have a bunch of time to do that yet. I was making some other videos and doing stuff. So here we go. We'll go ahead and open this bad boy up. let's take a look at it a little closer here. I'll try not to be as fidgety. Looks like we got a black and blue Tampa with the Cobra on the side. Yeah, there we go. Yellow interior, we got some extra stuff. Oh, that's part like stuck in there. That's kind of weird. What is that? Almost have to pull that off. Let's see. Man, I don't know what that was. It's stuck between there. You can see that last little bit. Oh, that's kind of weird. Never seen that before. We got a little rub off from the package on the wheels. We'll get that off of there. We got a little damage there. I keep bumping the camera. Goodness. Camera etiquette's going out the window right now. But there's the Mustang Cobra. And here's the base. You can see there it doesn't have any particular country on the base. They've barred that out. So pretty cool variation. Said that's my first Leo, and they're getting expensive for those Mustangs. The ones that have been popping up on eBay are like $500, $600, $700, $800. It's ridiculous. So we've got 4 numbers in, but I see 6 people available. If you haven't put your number in, put your number in. We're going to give away that car. Between 1 and 500 is the number. And like I said, we'll give this a few minutes. Let everybody kind of get into that. I was hoping we get a few more people, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if they join us. Or maybe I just can't see what we actually have on there. It was been wrong in the past before. It says 6. It could be 10. Who knows? That's just the world we're living in right now. Oh. I got my diesel dog here with me for support, emotional support. Yo, what's up, buddy? I'm surprised he's not chewing on his bone down there, making lots of noise with that. So, what'd y'all think of the last couple videos there? I have another example of that, you know, what not to pay for a Leo expensively, and I should have put this one in here since I have it loose. I should have went and pulled it as well. But here is a Leo packaging, or not really Leo packaging. This is just India packaging because they started up with a different company other than the Leo company. And this particular car that's in this package is available in the US as well. In fact, since I got my books here, I can tell you what number it is. I think it's in the 4 somethings, or maybe it's in the 8 somethings actually, like that Volkswagen Baja that we did. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Yep, number 834. So that one is the same, has the same interior. So that's going to be the variation for these. This has that tan and black interior, the same as the US release. That release is probably worth, I would say, $10 to $15. They kind of, I mean, there's plenty of them, so I would say it's probably less than that, to be honest. But I wouldn't pay more than, you know, $15 for that car on a US card. However, the packaging for this card, right, is pretty tough to get, and so you're looking at probably $125 to $150 just for the packaging, and the car, you know, isn't that much. So, but another one of those, you know, this does have an India base. It was also sold in the India market, but it was available in the US card, and therefore, you know, don't pay a lot of money for it when it's loose, for sure. So if you want to pay for the packaging down the road, that's another deal, but for a loose car, just know that it was available in the US. So still hunting a gray enamel Z28. Yeah, you saw mine's not perfect, but it was a good example. Certainly well enough to put on, you know, the website and everything. So, and I took an updated picture of my white one. I need to get a white one with the updated base, and that will kind of close out some of that older stuff for me as well. All right, so we got any more numbers? Looks like we still only got the 4 numbers. Anybody else want to put in? Pick a number between 1 and 500, and you're eligible as long as you've, subscribed more than 20 minutes ago. And once I hit 20 minutes on the live video, I'm going to go ahead and open the little piece of paper there with the number on it, and then we'll see who is closest. And, you know, I'll have you email me your address, and I'll mail it to you probably tomorrow morning because I'm kind of free for tomorrow morning right now. I did get headlights and turn signals in for the 97 F350. So I will be putting those in probably in the morning, but I'll have time to get over to the post office and get this probably taken care of and send it out tomorrow. So if you want to be a recipient of the Leo here, then put your number in 1 to 500. What else should we talk about? What else is going on? In fact, I have another. Where's this other piece of paper? I've been writing some ideas. I get a 45-minute ride to work and back, so I kind of been thinking about stuff. So I've got some more What Was Mattel Thinking stuff to come up. So I'll work on putting that together. I was thinking about doing several videos kind of back to back with like a truck week, but it'd be longer than a week, just because of the amount of content and the number of trucks and everything. But it would be lower like your big rigs, so like steering rigs, the Truckco stuff, Bigfoot, Kenworth big rigs, the Long Gone, the Thunder Roller. I thought about doing something like that. And then continuing on with the series videos in 95, getting those kind of put out. I know I've got a few of those left to go, and then continuing on into 96 and probably doing a full 95 treasure hunt video and stuff like that. What else did I looked up at? I was thinking about this as well, is doing a featured seller from. So I was looking on eBay today, and I found a seller that has over 7,000 different Hot Wheels items on there, and I mean, they are all over the place. If it's something for you, I was thinking about doing a video about, just kind of showcasing, somebody that I came across. I have no idea who this person is, so I can't even tell you their name, to be honest. I'd have to go back and look at their eBay naming for it to give it to you guys, but it was all over the place. I'm telling you, there was Blackwall stuff, there was Redline stuff, there was series stuff, so like your Scorchers, your Speed Machines, your parking plates, tattoo machinery. I'm talking pretty much everything, 5-packs, the Ames 4-packs, pretty much all that stuff. I mean, and newer stuff, RLC stuff, all the newer series stuff as well. All that stuff, it was all on there. And so I was thinking, like, man, it'd be really cool. I would showcase that particular eBay place, just because there's a lot of stuff, and a lot of it was pretty decently priced. There's some stuff that's high, but I mean, you kind of come to expect it on whatever on eBay. But there was definitely some really good gets. There was some tougher 5-packs that are around there. So I will see if I could. Maybe I'll try to do that tomorrow and let you guys know which particular eBay store it was. Like I said, I have no affiliate. I have no idea who it is. I just ran through a bunch of their stuff because I like to, once I find something that somebody has really good stuff, I like to look at all their stuff and then put it on there. So but I'll do a series of showcasing some sellers and stuff like that. I do kind of point out when I buy stuff off of like Facebook guys, so like Jeff Drew and Lisa Pogus and Jeff Worchel, and just got stuff from Chad, and so all that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to leave anybody out, I'm just randomly talking people's names, but I call those out when I got mail calls and stuff and whatnot. So, but as far as stuff online, there's some really good obviously places to go and buy some stuff. So, all right, we're at 6 seconds left, and we've only got 4 entries into the giveaway here. Last entry. We got any more entries I want to give? Pick a number between 1 and 500 if you're a subscriber, and you're going to get a chance to win. I'm about to open this piece of paper, so go ahead and throw them in. I'll give it a few more seconds because I know it took me about a minute to 2 minutes to change that chat setting over to the subscribers only part, and then I'll go back into it and open it back up for everybody else. That way, if you want to participate in the chit-chat part of it, we can do that. So, here we go. The countdown on, we'll say 10, 9, 8, 7. Get your numbers in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. so here we go. We're gonna open this up, see who the closest was. We'll scroll back up here for me to see. Looks like we got 252, 78, 86, 384, and the number was 343. So closest person is going to be Manic Flippin'. So shoot me an email at mvphwc@gmail.com and let me know that you are Manic Flippin', just in case your email is different, and I will ship you this Leo hopefully tomorrow morning, and you'll see it shortly. So let's see here. But there's the first giveaway. If you want me to rip it, I'll rip it live too. I'm not above ripping stuff. And I mean, obviously, I just ripped that Leo Mustang, so we'll put that back there, just make sure it's still safe. But I'll put it in a goodness, I'm blanking on it, clamshell, so that it has some protection. I'll blue tape it and everything. The blisters on there are pretty good, so it's pretty clear, and I doubt that it'll crack, but just in case, you never know. You know what those UPS or USPS guys do. They seem to be playing football with our packages and whatnot. So, no way I collect loose, love ripping. You want me to rip it, or you want to rip it? I think you're saying you want to rip it, right? Have fun with it. I enjoy ripping this stuff too. So, awesome deal. So we're going to go to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to do something a little bit bigger than that, maybe 2 cars. I don't know. I got to start putting something together. We got a little ways to go. We did have 501, so we're already on the way. He says he wants to rip it, so I'll let you rip it. Let me go get a clamshell while I'm thinking about it, and we'll open up the next car. Let's see. Does it work here? Oh, I gotta blue tape it too. I won't do all that on the video, obviously. All right, so let's go ahead and put that in here for now, and then I'll go back and put some blue tape on it. And I send all my stuff out priority, so you should see it in 3 to 4 days after the weekend. There, I'll keep it up there. But all right, so we have some more stuff to rip. So here's one of those Jaguar XK8s. Of course, they had to put the little dash in there just to mess with me when I put my stuff on the website. So they always like to change those names just slightly, just like the Camaro Z28 and the blown Camaro Z28 and the 80s Camaro, all that kind of crap. Goodness, you could just leave the name the same. If you're putting out cars, if you're making stuff, like, just look at what you did in the past, just to make sure that it's uniform. But here's the Jaguar, pretty nice one. Like I said, this one and this other one here was the last two for all to have all the variations. So we'll go ahead and rip that happy birthday one, and now I'll be able to put all the variations of the Jaguar XK8 on the website. So here's a look at that one. Kind of got some gold and silver pinstriping going all the way around. A gold interior. Some gold PR5. This little separated there. I didn't even notice that when it was in the package. Look at that. Like somebody went in and tried to do some customization of it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why you would do that with a cheaper car, but there we go. That one sits fine, right? So something's sitting in there kind of funky. There's something in there, though. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of weird. And you can kind of see that white. Wonder what that is. Because the interior is gold. Oh, man. Is it worth messing with? What is in there? I don't know what that is. That's interesting. Anyways, I might have to get another one. Just to, so I have a good example for the website. But anyways, I said that twice. Yeah, don't forget to hit the email. Okay, just for you, the email is mvphwc@gmail.com. So the name of the channel, mvphw, and then c@gmail.com. I'll put it in the comments too. So if you have if you need to look at it later, you can get on there. I did have somebody send me some Eric pictures. That was pretty cool. He has a Mazda Miata from the double barrel stunt set. The green with the gold glitter with the 5-spoke wheel in the front. And he had a Monster Vet, the yellow one, and it had one gear wheel, I think is what it was, and the rest were the construction wheels. So that's kind of cool. It would be really cool if it was construction wheels in the back and full gear wheels in the front, like a transition piece from one wheel variation to the next. But just had the one. So cool errors. I'm not an error collector, so I usually don't hang on to them too much. I will probably end up just giving them away or trading them out. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. He's offering, if somebody wants it. I don't know if Mr. Gray is on here tonight. Maybe you can let everybody know if you want to let them go to somebody else that wants them. Walter says he's got some that will blow your mind and a ton of unspun packages. I was actually bidding on an unspun package Thunder Streak from the 96 Dark Rider series on Chad's auction the other night, but it kind of got a little high, and I'm a little bit low on funds until we get caught up on bills and settled back in a new job and stuff. So kind of let it go, but it was completely unspun. It was pretty cool. I don't mind having some stuff that's still in the package. I did watch a couple of videos of some how they fake some stuff and whatnot, and I may recreate some of those for you guys, just so that you guys are aware, channel's aware of fakes. So all those with wheel variations that are back in the package, or wheel airs, or especially ones that have, let's say, no wheels. It's pretty simple to go through and pull the blister off, especially newer cars with some acetone or something like that, right? Fingernail polish remover, and pop the bottom out, cut those wheels off, put it back in, warm it back up, right, and reseal it. So I mean, he made it look super easy, so I don't want people to go crazy on stuff like that. I mean, if you find at the store, right, or if you're opening up a case and you find it, then at least for you it's legit. But once it goes past the first person, it's kind of like a hit or miss. I mean, if you get it from your friend that got it, but whatever. If you got it on eBay, I would be very cautious, or find it at flea market, or something like that. But just remember, error stuff, that especially ones with wheels, seem to be fairly easy to kind of fake. They'll cut the axles out, right, and glue them back in with different wheels. So Walter says, I dodged a bullet on that lace wheel go-kart. Yeah, I found out to be fake. So you can look at the packaging. They're getting better at putting the package back together. So the wheels will still roll because they glue the axle part back together, but the wheel can still spin on the axle, but the axle can't move. And if you've got enough room in there, right, you can pull the wheel to one side and try to see if that axle will move, and that axle don't move at all, then something's crazy kind of going on. I have 4 cars riveted together backwards. Oh, that's cool. There's a couple of those at the Camaros that I've seen. Most of those Camaro guys collect anything Camaro, so I think I've seen a couple 67 Camaros that the base was riveted on backwards. And of course, if you're like a Double Demon fan, those bases can be flipped around and put on, and you won't even notice. It will match up. It just has either open mouth or closed mouth, but the base determines that, I think, and so you'll have a base with a reverse on it just from the way that they put it together. So some of them are kind of normal, and I haven't found either one of those bases on a bunch of those Double Demons to have any anything harder than, or anyone to be ever harder. But you ever see the Cal Custom Street Rotor wheel air? That was a crazy piece. Oh yeah, I saw it. It had it was sold, and but it does have, I think it was gear wheels and construction wheels on that too. So I mean, you can get wheel airs on anything, right? I mean, you would think they would pay attention, but if you're only making a couple of, if you're making minimum wage at the factory, you're probably not going to care too much, right? Like, oh well, it made a wheel air, so what? But of course, if it was me, I'd be like, let's put these wheels on there and send out 50 of those things just to have fun. I think, but after you've been collecting for a long while, and that, sometimes those those wheel variations can be, tough to get. Like, I would just mess with people. And then naturally, I'd have to, sneak some out of the factory myself, of course, right? So that I have those wheel variations. But I'm sure they do that. Do I think they did it on purpose back, say in the 80s? Maybe not so much, because I don't think it was known, right? Because you figure in the 60s, right, it was just, they only had the one wheel type, right? And you had, UK, or not UK, you had Hong Kong and US, versions of the red line. And then you've got, different parts where they've adapted, or came up through the years, right? So they had, they changed the wheel type of the red line a little bit until it got to where it was that, one piece construction, red line that in the, mid 70s. And then you just took the line off, right? Took the line out of there, the red line out, and now you have black walls. So when you get into like the early 80s, mid 80s time frame, when you had, when they started coming out with the Hot Ones, right? Those were coming on packages that had the Hot Ones, wheels, but it displayed that, right? Ultra Hots was the same thing. So I don't think back then it was on purpose. I think once you got into maybe the 90s, it could start to be a little bit on purpose. If somebody had, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I think nowadays, absolutely, because now we can look back and be like, oh crap, this wheel variation was super tough, right? Like I have a 65 Mustang that I opened, and it's got basic wheels with this tampo position or tampo on it, right? Super rare, more of an error probably, to be honest, because there's not that many around. But people recognize having the different wheel variations in a scarce one, and know that those are going to be some, worth something sometimes. So so I can see him doing it now. I would say maybe 2000s. I'll go back to 2004, 2005 time frame. They probably started doing it, because then you have a good understanding that wheel variations were worth money, because that's kind of when they really started to pop up and have that kind of stuff. I guess in the mid 90s you could say that too, because they were starting to have your guides that had some of those wheel variations that were kind of crazy. But I don't know. I think to do it on purpose, you'd have to have you have to have a collector's mindset and know what was kind of going on. But I mean, why wouldn't they just go ahead and add a bunch of different wheels anyway? Like, what's the point of having the same wheels on all the cars if you've got 10 different wheel types and they all fit on, that particular car? Throw them all on there. Like, then you got some choices, right? But I'm a variation collector, so why wouldn't I want to have, more of that stuff? Just don't make them so rare that I can't get them, right, and can't afford them. Throw enough of them out there of each one, make it even. So trying to think of some other. How about like error package stuff? So like the most famous one that I know of is the Gold Passion treasure hunt on the Ferrari F40 number 69 card. Like, they're still selling. I don't know if they're selling, but they're still on eBay at like $200. I don't know. You can remove those packages fairly simply. I don't know if I'd pay $200 for that anymore. If you found it on the peg or something, just be awesome to find. But as far as, secondhand, no way. Like, I don't think it's worth it. And you don't know if it's real or fake or whatever. Although it doesn't really matter. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting conversation to have about it. But let's open up this green windowed street rotor and see if we can. You can kind of see the green through the blister there. So we'll go ahead and. Oh, that thing was on there tight. I don't think that's been off of there. All right, so here we go. The coveted green tinted window. There you go. There's definitely green. It's a little, it's kind of, it's definitely green for sure. Never opened one yet. Well, there you go. This one's open, and you can see the green through there. You can see it especially reflecting on the white inside the truck there itself. So this one is the Suzuki in the grill. So if you're looking for one yourself, that blister was super clear. So I don't know that it's heat related or anything. It didn't feel, obviously it was securely glued to the packaging or the cardboard, so I don't think that it got super hot or anything. So yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's from sun fade, because I would think the package would fade, and the packaging is, like I said, super clear. The whole thing, the blue is vibrant, the whole package is vibrant. So, and it was in pretty good shape. It wasn't like dusty and sitting in the flea market sun area. So there's several on eBay right now. Give her a roll. A very odd green tint. Yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, you can see the green kind of through there. I don't have another one sitting here to compare it to. I might go grab one here real quick and see how much difference from the blue it is. But there's that one. And then of course, the pink is, can change depending on the stamping of it and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, there we go. There's that. I wanted to open that. What's next? Walter, wait for a while. There was none. I checked every day more than once. Got Ricky Bobby joining us. Man, you'd missed it. We gave away the car. We had Manic Flippin' win, so he's sending me an email. I'm a serious... Oh, yeah. Aaron is all about his street rotors. So, we got... Let's see, what's next? I said I was going to open up... Oh, here we go. We talked about this. I got pictures of this. So let's see what variation of 57 Chevy is in this packaging here. Boom. Ripped down the side. That got Diesel Dog's attention. I'm kind of curious what that noise was. Alright, so this is already kind of tough. You can see that one sitting in the background back there. This isn't normally a common car you'll see within these 5-packs, but it's the only way you get that car, so it's kind of cool. Here is the custom Corvette. This is the tinted window and gray interior with 5 spokes. I'm missing the clear window for the 5-spoke and the ultra hot. If Walter, somebody, excuse me, I called you out, wants to sell it. Here is the Chevy Stalker. This one, there is base variations on these. So if you're opening these up and comparing them to the number, 440 number, collector number, something like that. Same car. There's some base variations on that. All right, so let's do the last one here. Pretty common 5-spoke Corvette Stingray. No changes on that. So pretty common. Plus, it's also in a mainline pack as well. And now let's see here. We have no Hot Wheels logo on the side, and we have no Hot Wheels logo on the window. So there is the next variation, kind of the in-between from moving it from the window to the side. You get no tampo. So that's pretty cool. So you can see here, nothing definitely in the window and nothing here on this passenger side. So new variation, I'll add that to the website. And now you guys have something to look forward to. Your second Leo. What's your first Leo? What was your first one? This is your second one? That's an awesome one to get. Alright, then we got this. I didn't take pictures of this. This package is pretty toasted. Plus there's all this kind of like dirt and stuff in there, and I didn't feel like cleaning it all out and trying to get it out of there. This is a pretty easy pack to get, so in the future I'll just grab another one and put it on the website. But we've got this. Like I said, this is all Thailand based. The red Dream Van. That's an awesome one. I don't know if I have the red one yet. I've got a couple Dream Vans, but I don't think I have the red one yet. There is one on eBay I was thinking about and have seen. I might snag that one. Alright, so pull that out. We got this Rescue Squad 5-pack. You could get this with Malaysia bases and Thailand bases. So here's a Thailand version of that. Let's see, you got the Roll Patrol. And this is kind of cool, like Thailand base there. I think that's the first one I've seen in one of these made in Thailand. That's pretty cool. Your ambulance. I don't have this one yet. Made in Thailand. If I can get the glare to come on. Oh no! Whoa! Look at that. Made in Malaysia. Oh, they messed up. Right. The back of that package says, right, made in Thailand. Oh man, what was Mattel thinking? They messed me up. So not all. It's a good thing we opened this up. So not all made in Thailand. So there's a Malaysia ambulance. Pretty sure this is going to be made in Thailand because I have this one loose. Oh, and I dropped that one. Good thing I have one loose. Nah, I got carpet down here. So 4 cars made in Thailand. So that's interesting. Show those again. Yeah, just to make sure in Thailand. This was super interesting. Look at that. Made in Thailand. Huh. That was probably the most interesting. These other ones I've seen other bases made in Thailand, so it's pretty cool. So there's that one. Yeah, the Dream Van's definitely a nice one to get. One of the more, I would say it's kind of an uncommon Leo when people think about Leos. You know, usually if you're really a diehard, the second win probably has over 100 different variations. That just seems crazy. The GMC Motorhome, probably 60 variations, 50, 60 variations. It's ridiculous. And they're all like, 100 plus. That's $6,000 right there. If at 100, and that's if you get them at 100. So. Oh yeah, I like the older 5-packs. I want to start once we get the website. Once I get all the loose stuff into the 2000s, I would like to go back and look at possibly getting like definitely the older the ultra hots 4 or 5 packs. Some of that kind of sit vertical. Horizontal and whatnot. And then there's some older, there's definitely some 80s 4 and 5 packs I'd like to get and put on the website and see, which particular base variation from those cars come in those packages as well. So I've got a couple of them already, but there's definitely a lot more out there. But pretty cool to find out that ambulance isn't a Thailand base when I know there's Thailand versions of the ambulance out there as well. So, what else could we talk about? Here's something I'll throw at you guys. Let's see, we got 6 people in here. So one thing I've been throwing around is trying to get the auction site kind of going up on the website. So obviously there's going to be a lot of development in that. It's like $10,000 to $12,000 in development to get the things in there that I want, because there's attachments, or I would say relationships between the stuff that sells and giving us the price on the locator side, and then having that rarity and value, but then also to be able to go in on the locator side and come up with a car. So say like now that this is in there, they want to sell one of these, they just click on the car after using the filter, and then there's a link right there or a button, and you can add to auction house, and it puts all the information in there. So I guess my debate with myself is, should I do some type of fundraising so that it gets there sooner, or not worry about it, and maybe once I get a few things, a few bills paid off, getting a loan and getting it, paying for it, and then getting it started. So if there's any interest in helping to fundraise, let me know, and then maybe I can go that route. But if there's not really, then I'll just go ahead and like I said, I'll wait down the road, but it'll take some time to get all that kind of set up, plus time to develop it and everything. So if you guys are looking for a very Hot Wheels only oriented auction site, then maybe we can find a way to get it going just a little bit sooner. I looked into some GoFundMe's and stuff, but I don't know. I just feel weird about doing kind of some of that stuff. So, um, but I do want to get the auction house kind of going and get it up and set up for people to go and have a good place to sell. Try to get it secured. Would have to be a subscriber because that's going to be our security with it and all that kind of stuff. Um, but there's going to be some awesome perks to go with it. And then, of course, once we hit 50 subscribers on the website, we're going to be doing a monthly giveaway on there as well, equal to the number of, in the value equal to the number of subscribers for the month. So if there's 50 subscribers, it'll be a $50 essentially giveaway. I'll find a car, relatively in that range and whatnot. But I do want to get that kind of going. Plus, that one of the biggest questions everybody has is, what's the value of this car? And if we start getting the auction house going and it's tied to that RVP gauge that I had them build, then you'll know, what the value is, and it will be, an average of the sales. It will be loose and carded. So if there's any discrepancies within that, so like, the number 271 most famous, right? So probably in package $7,500, outside of package $5, right? And when somebody goes look up that car and they pull up the side splitter or funny Firebird funny car in the loose area, it'll say, oh, it's only worth $4 or $5. But if it's in the package, right, you're talking $7,500. So information like that will be good. I think people will have it'll be useful for them. It'll be useful, I'll use it, of course, but I want something out there for, to answer all these, major questions. That's why we have the filter on the website. That was one of the biggest questions, right? Like, what if, like this car doesn't have the name on it, right? So if you didn't know what this was, how would you go to look up this car if this is something you liked, right? You could kind of search for, it's saying paramedic and stuff, and that'll probably pop it up just because it's in the paramedics or the rescue squad, but who knows? But anyways, the filter, you can put in these five hole wheels. You can put in tinted windows, right? You could put in a chrome plastic base, with this one particular being made in Thailand. You can put all those attributes in and come up with a car without knowing the name. So that's why I have the filter. And that's why I try to do all this stuff on the website, is to answer all these questions that I have, heard over and over and over again as I've been collecting for the last almost 30 years now. Goodness. So that's what I'm trying to do, is just, a one-stop shop for like Hot Wheels stuff. So I do want to get it up and going. And if, people are encouraged to want to help, then I will allow help, just because I know, sometimes it takes a village to tackle some of this stuff. But I will continue to march on and put in more variations every day as that I have time. And once I get to the point where I can afford the auction site development fees on my own, I will put those in, and we'll start doing that as well, because I think it's going to be a great place. And like I said, I understand the security part. I did cyber security in the Navy for the last 8 years that I was in there. And so I understand, how we can go in and put some of those measures in place, kind of like what we did in the Navy, because I ran most of the Navy networks across the globe there before retiring. So I have an understanding of that kind of stuff, and I want people to have a safe and secure environment to go in and sell and buy and all that stuff, plus all the perks that go along with it. There won't be any insertion fees, so you'll be able to put up as many cars as you want without worrying about if they're going to sell. And like I said, if we get the filter part working, then you'll be able to just filter, use a filter to narrow down the car, click the add to auction, and the only thing you're really doing at that point is adding your pictures and putting in a starting price. And if we have it set up where you can go in and set up your shipping costs ahead of time, then you only have to worry. You just select which shipping option that you've selected, and it will put it up on there. So try to make it as easy as possible so that it's not convoluted, it's not a pain, it's not something completely different, and you know, for you guys. Yeah, thanks. No problem on that. I joined right out of high school, 2 weeks out of high school, and probably the best decision for me as a young guy coming out of high school is to join the military, and it worked out really well for me. So I'm glad I did it, and you know, I don't have any regrets in that regard. So got out at a good time. You know, retired at 21 years, so I think it was a good time for me to get out and start, you know, exploring, you know, different options and seeing what I could do. And this is, you know, this is it, making videos and, you know, having the website. That's my kind of my lifelong dream, although it took a while to kind of get to that. There was points at time I wanted to do a open my own little store, and you know, just so I could have people kind of come in and, you know, talk about Hot Wheels, and you know, have, that's how I envision it, you know, buy and sell and whatnot. But as I got a little older, you can kind of see that you know, the whole online part took off, right, with, I'd say, in the last 10 to 15 years. And so, you know, if you wanted to really do well, you would have to have an online presence to do that. And then I was like, well, then what's the point of even having the store, because you're so localized for people to come in. And I'm not a big city person. I don't want to live, you know, I would never live in New York or San Francisco or anything like that. You know, I'm in a very small town with one stoplight, and I enjoy that so much. And if I open up my own store here, like, I'm gonna have, you know, maybe a visitor a day, you know, so it's just not practical. And then of course there's the cost of leasing the building and the utilities and all that stuff. But you know, if you go online, I think it's you got that bigger presence and everything. So but that's just, you know, me, that's what I'm striving for. This is it. You know, if I work at King's Dominion, you know, for the next 5 to 10 years to support to the point where I get to retire, then I'll do that. If this takes off and, you know, I get to do this full time, well, then, you know, obviously that will be a fun time for me, and you guys will benefit from, you know, having all this information available for on the Hot Wheels website, because I'll have a lot more time to put all that stuff in. But we got to get there, and we got to get it going. And I've been working on it since 2021, I think, is when I opened up the channel and the website and started putting stuff in. So we are rapidly, I won't say rapidly, we're approaching 6,000 different variations on the website. So Walter says he's got to go. So I appreciate you hanging with us. Appreciate all your comments and showing me stuff. I know you're on Facebook too, so I'm sure we'll continue talking on there as well. So thanks for watching. Wish I had discovered you so early, I imagine. Yeah, well, it's, you know, YouTube is, I was kind of on and off there for a while, depending on how work was going, especially when, you know, just retiring. I didn't know about the videos and, you know, and how they were going to do. Some of them, you know, like some of my videos have some crazy amounts of views over the time period, which I think is just kind of crazy that, you know, some have, I think one of them has like 35,000 views. In fact, if I go on here and pull that up, right, let's see here, content by views. Yeah, so I have one video with 30,000 views from 2020, and it has 2 comments. It does have 124 likes. Like, that's just kind of like super crazy. Of course, the next closest one is 25,000, which is the Hot Wheels tractor. Like, who would have thought? Like, my second best or most viewed video is the Hot Wheels tractor and the variations that I've found, which I think are almost all on there. And then you jump 10,000 views down. So from 30,000 to 25,000 to 15,000, I have a Set 'em Free video with 1 comment and 59 likes with 64.8% like versus dislike, which is, I don't know, I guess whatever, right? And then from 15,000 down to 8,800. I have the Camaro Z28. It says update, but I think I just replaced the video, or maybe I did update. I don't remember. With one comment, 67 likes, and then it starts to, then it's 7,000 and then 3,000, and it kind of goes kind of down. It's just crazy. I don't know. Like, it's hard to understand how all that's, you know, built up. I have no idea how the tractor one takes off. I feel like if it gets to, say, you know, 20 likes, or not 20 likes, 20 views, then it opens up to more people, and then you might get 50 really quick. And if it gets to that 50 really quick, then it'll open up to 100. And if it gets to that 100, it'll go, like, it kind of keeps going, but you have to hit like these markers. I have no idea what the markers are, but I just have fun making the videos and hope you guys enjoy the content. And, you know, if you got stuff, you know, I keep saying it, if you got things that you want to, you know, see as a video, let me know. I try to put that stuff together. And I'm sure I've forgotten a few things by now because it's been, you know, 2 months and really hitting it. So I'm sure some of those ideas, I have to go back at some of the comments and see what I did miss. But I try to make whatever I'll put in. You know, if you guys want to watch any video of especially Blackwall stuff, I'll make it. I don't care. I think it's fun. If you guys got a question, that's how a lot of my videos come out, is somebody has a question about a vehicle and I go look at mine. I go, well, they're already out. Let's go ahead and make a video, right? And I'll, you know, go through it like that. So, all right, what else? Do I got anything else? Yeah, what was Mattel thinking? I've got some more ideas on those. I don't want to do a spoiler alert, but I did write down a couple of upcoming videos. The one today was part of that, you know, me sitting down and really putting some time to it. Like I said, I want to do the Easter egg videos. I think that will be fun. What if we did a series where we go on eBay? Maybe I'll do the not, I won't say live, but maybe live. I just don't matter. Where we pull up like cars that are extremely insanely overpriced and then just have fun with it, right? So there's some cars out there that are, you know, I'm sure if I go in there and you just, you know, if you just type in Hot Wheels and then you know, set price to highest price, right, which you'll get a bunch of shit too, but here we go. So let's see what we got. A Hot Wheels Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Wheel Air, $85,000. Like, what? Like, we just talked about doing the wheel. Like, do not pay 85. Like, nobody's paying $85,000 for that anyway. Somebody has a 91 GMC Cyclone from the Premium Series or Car Cultural Series, where the blister, excuse me, good lord, is at the, you know, upside down at the top, so the package is kind of flipped around. $100,000, ridiculous. You know, nobody's paying that. Like, why would you put that on there? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Hot Wheels Nissan Custom Z, card number 98. This is just the silver ultra hots, $53,000 or best offer, right? Offer them like $5, right? Like, what? People are just insane sometimes. 91 Hot Wheels, red car number 31, classic Cobra, super basic car, $46,555. Nobody in their right mind is paying that price. You know, like, what is it? Because they wanted like somebody to click on there. Like, I've gotten, you know, 200,000 clicks on my car because I have it overpriced, but nobody's buying it. Like, what's that going to help you on eBay? Yeah, I was born at night, but not last night. That's exactly right. So I don't know what they're doing. I mean, if you don't have decent prices, here's a 1970 Chevelle SS, the Root Beer Carbonated Cruiser Series, $28,550. That's the same guy. It's got a couple of these cars on here because this shipping's the same price, $995. Yeah, don't question them. They know what they have, right? I mean, some of this is just. We got a Koenigsegg Jesko Error car, $25,000. I love the Japan ones, right? So I love when you see, because I'll be searching for some cars, and you'll see the exact same picture, but the other one is, from Japan. It's the same picture, and he wants, an insane amount of money. Oh, not like this kind of money, like a couple $100 for, a regular car that somebody else is trying to sell, or they saw that it sold for decent money, and now they want it like twice as much. But as soon as I see Japan, like it's just time to scroll next, right? Just scroll past that crap. Like, one, there should be a way, and I imagine there is. Like, that's something I would think about with my website too. Is having software that if somebody tried to upload the same picture that somebody else used, like another account used, like it automatically flags it. That would be pretty awesome. I'm sure something out there. If you're copying the picture and pasting it over, some people are smart about it. They'll use like the snipping tool, but I don't know how far we can get the security to go through and actually look at the content of the picture, since the digital part will kind of change. But yeah, that just seems crazy. Here's a Hot Wheels Lincoln Continental from the first edition series. $24,675.81. $36.40 shipping from Canada. Like, nobody's buying that shit. Nobody's buying it. What's some other fun ones that are on here? 1963 T-Bird in black. There's a couple people that put this on here for kind of a high price. This one's at $17,000. This other one's another one that I've seen. 67 Dodge Charger with PR5s. Okay, it's a little tougher wheel. 15 grand. Not even close. Here's another T-Bird, $12,749.99. It's 25% off, by the way. It's originally $16,909. You're getting a deal, right? That is a steal, right? 63 T-Bird from what, 2000 or 2001 mainline, guaranteed for life. They did put that in there, guaranteed for life, to be the biggest ripoff if you bought this that you've ever done. What else? We've got the 94 Lamborghini Countach with paint errors and gold ultra hots, $12,000. Yeah, nobody's, so it's just interesting that here's another 63 T-Bird, same one, $10,153 from Canada. So I don't know, are these pesos? I don't know what's going on. And there's some that are kind of fishing, right? So here's a tough one. Here's an actual tough one. I don't know if it's it's not 10K worth, but it's a Herfy's, King Radios, flying color, super van. They want 10 grand for it. It's got a clear look plastic, which you could pull the staples and, redo the staples and put a new bag on it. But the header card looks pretty legit, looks pretty good, in really good condition. But 10 grand, I don't know. I don't think that I would pay 10 grand. And I have that one, and mine's, my King Radio is not that great. I think it's KGW. I think my KGW is pretty good, but my King Radio is not that good. But I'm not paying 10 grand. Another 64 Lincoln Continental, 10 grand. I don't know. It's just so interesting that what people will put on here. Maybe it's just for, like I said, notoriety. I don't know what they're doing it for. I think it's just kind of dumb. But at the same time, there are legit good sellers out there. And like I said, that one I found today, I was at work when I found it, so probably shouldn't disclose that. But I was at lunch, so it's all good. I'll pull that up again, and we'll do a video of that one, because there's lots of good stuff on there. When I first got on, some of the cars, they were like mainline cars, and they had them at like $7 or $8 a car, but for mainline stuff plus the shipping. So I was like, oh, this is not good. But then I kept going, and like deals started popping up, and I was like, oh, that's a good price. That's a good price. Like, if you don't have a pink 65 Mustang convertible, it's in the 5-pack for a really good price right now. So if you want to go search that up, you could. That's a good one. Oh, here's one I love. This is one I'll do. What was Mattel thinking of? The rare 1965 Ford Thunderbolt muscle car. in the package, in the Mustang package. First off, that Thunderbolt only came on the package that said 65 Mustang. It's the only way you can get it, and there are tons of them. I've seen, I see them when I go to flea markets. There's definitely on eBay. This guy wants $8,300 for it. It's got its one of 15,000. I probably have it in this box down there. This box is pretty full, so I'd have to dig through it. But I got all my 100% Hot Wheel carded stuff down in there. But 8,300, no. But that's the only way you can get that car is on that package with the 65 Mustang. It's a known error, and it's as valuable as the other cars in that series that are 1 in 15,000. Between $10 and $25, I would say. But here, this one's at 80. I bet if I did a search just for that particular one, there's tons of them that are high priced. Here's two, 67 Treasure Hunt Camaros, $8,000. Just crazy, way too much. A 2005 Air Treasure Hunt 67 Camaro, rare Air. I don't know what the Air is. I can't see it in the picture. I'm not going to click on it, but $8,000. Just not even close. Like, do you know? I don't know. I guess obviously they probably do know, right? If they're that outrageous, they probably do know. Here is a Hot Wheels First Edition Treasure Hunt 67 Ford GT40 Mark IV with paint errors. It's got the paint errors. Definitely makes it worth $7,500. See, I do this all night. This is fun. When it starts to get a little crazy, I don't say crazy. When it starts to get interesting, right, here is the Venezuelan Mustang Stalker in black in really good condition, $6,800. Is it worth? I don't have any Venezuelan cars. They all seem to be $1,000 plus just because of where they're coming from and the scarcity of them coming up here. $6,800. I don't know. I guess because I don't have that kind of money, it ain't worth it to me yet. I could see it, that one, with the stuff right now around the $1,500, maybe $2,000 mark. 68 is a little bit of a stretch, but he probably doesn't want to sell it, right? So that one's probably legit. He knows what he's doing, knows what he's trying to sell it for, but $6,800, I just can't afford it. So to me, it seems unrealistic. But if you're a true diehard Blackwall, collector, or definitely a Mustang collector, then maybe it's worth $6,800 to you, especially in good condition, because a lot of those Venezuelan cars are all jacked up. I'd love to have some of the long shots and those things, right? They're at least $1,500, $2,000, but I could see myself paying $1,500 for a mint one. I'm not paying one for all jacked up. Most of the paint's missing. The front bumpers are broken. The plastic's broken. The exhaust stacks are broken on it or something. I don't know. Anyways, I digress on that. But let's see. Something else that somewhat could be some, kind of legit, like a Hot Wheels Holler prototype, right? The Muscle Highway. I've seen those sell for like $2,000-$3,000. So this one's at $6,000. I don't know. Is it have it on both sides? I can't remember. I think it's something to do with that. Oh, here you go. Here is the deal of the night, though. You're gonna get, and it doesn't even have a description other than Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is the description. Brand new twin mill with the Braille, the Zamac one. $6,000. Yeah. $6,000. No description other than Hot Wheels. The JPEG is ripped, and yeah, those are like peg warmers. There's so many of those things, especially now the white one's out, and it's kind of peg warming too, from what I've seen. Yeah, I'm not gonna not like the prototype stuff. Yeah, I get that. Like, it's a $6,000 high for me, but yeah, I can see it. Dang, this is a paint prototype spoiler sport. $5,500. This better have a certificate. I'm gonna click on this one. This better have a certificate. So Brian and Anna, I know her. I've talked to her a few times. Looks pretty nice, but no certificate. Spoiler sport paint prototype, but no certificate. That's a lot of money for no certificate. I know it's coming from somebody that knows what they're talking about. Purchased from Mike Strauss. I can't believe there's no certificate for it. I don't know. It's a little bit for that kind of stuff, but I know, right? If it's, I mean, just to have a pink spoiler sport for Mexico is crazy, but to have it, something like that prestige, should go get one, right? Contact Mike or contact, Bob Roses is selling all kinds of prototypes on Deal or No Deal prototypes. Ask him if it's one of his, right? Like, find out, what the story is and get a signed cert for that. That would make it worth the $5,500, maybe even more with it being the pink spoiler sport. That's a very popular, known, extremely rare car. So you would think they would get that. And I know Brian and Anna has lots of good different and a lot of prototype stuff too. So I think they understand it. I would think they would go get that for that kind of price. Oh man, what other fun stuff are on here? I don't even know what that is. These are just look like trash stuff on here. Jaguar XJS blue unpunched flying colors, $5,000, way overpriced. So, anyways, what else do we do? Any other comments, suggestions, ideas? Anything you guys want to talk about before I kind of wrap up for the night, since it's kind of getting a little kind of drawing down here a little bit? I was going to open up that news action. Let's open that news action. Did I ever get pictures of it? Let me make sure I got pictures of it. Dang it. You think I was do this earlier? Let's see. Select category, multi-pack. Is that it? Oh yeah, there we go. So it is on the website, which means I already got pictures of it. We will let her rip, Tater Chip. I mean, I'm good to hang. Wife went to bed. Son went to bed. Dog's not asleep. All right. Here we go. Here is the only one I've ever seen 7-spoke combat medic delivery truck, whatever you want to call it. So let me look at that rivet real quick. Rivet looks good. I don't think the way that package opened didn't feel like it's ever been opened before. So, very cool. That one is definitely an awesome find. I love finding that kind of stuff. The rest of these are all common, probably in every package. 5 spokes, certainly on that. And yeah, big rigs all kind of jacked up. Oh no, it just has whatever dust was floating around in there. That's kind of weird. Some paint chips that had come off some of the other cars, or this one. I am looking for this one with the 5 holes, and I know they exist. I just haven't been able to find one yet. I would love to get that one and finish up the big rig stuff. I could do I could probably do a big rig video here next, maybe Sunday night. I could go live Sunday night too, because I'll have some free time. Also, we could look over a bunch of trucks maybe, or whatever, if there's any input to that. But yeah, I love finding, this is like, I don't know. To me, this is better than a '67 Treasure Hunt Camaro because you just don't find new things that aren't in guides anymore. Most of the stuff is available, and so I enjoy it when I find something new, and I'm glad that I caught it and recognized it. So I don't get to find new stuff very often like that. I do have some. I will be doing another series. Here's another thing I thought about, and I'll say. So as I was looking at videos of other people that were kind of having success, because right, if you want to see what other people are doing, you want to almost mimic that to a point. But I bought a brand new case of Hot Wheels. It's the latest case that you can get out. That is out right now. It's going to be coming out in the stores here shortly because it's almost a pre-order, but I think they just got them in. And I'm going to open that live. So we'll see what 72 Hot Wheels mainline from 2024 is. I will continue that for the rest of the year, and then I will get on a pre-order schedule for all of the 2025 cases to have one of each of the cases, and we will open those live when they come in, and that will be a fun thing. It seems to do really well on the pages. That will also entice me to get put those 2025 models on the website, so that if you're collecting 2025 model stuff, or if you want to go to the store, this stuff will be on there. If funds are available after that point, then I will also do the car culture and the team transporters and all that kind of random series stuff that's been coming up, and we'll open those on the camera, and then I'll add them to the website, so that way if you're collecting anything, hopefully if I can afford it, from new of 2025, I will be able to have a spot on the website for you to track that for that subscription fee. So definitely going to be doing that. At least going to be doing the main line for that. So that is the first one is coming. We will. I did open my first case of Hot Wheels on a live video on Facebook. Maybe I'll try to see if I can copy that down, download that, and put it up on here. It was from 1998, so I opened a 20-year-old case, a 26-year-old case of 72 Hot Wheels. It did have the 98 Treasure Hunt Mustang Mach 1 in it. That was my first ever brand new sealed package that I'd ever opened. So we're gonna, like I said, I'll get these new ones. I'll do that. If I can find some other older packaging for a decent price, then maybe we can do that, just because I think it's fun to open up sealed packages and see what we get. The older packages obviously had the treasure hunts in every sealed package back in that day. Of course, the 98 Mustang Mach 1 treasure hunt is nothing crazy. It has 5-spoke wheels on it. It didn't come with real riders or super cool paint and all that kind of stuff. Just almost a main line with the treasure hunt notoriety attached to it. So, but it was fun to get. If it had been, trying to think what other 98 first edition. I don't know. They're all kind of regular cars. They didn't put really any good, I won't say good castings, but it was a good 68 Mustang Mach 1's a good casting, but not just the way they did it wasn't that great. It'd be really cool someday if I found like a real rider's case that was still sealed. They're still out there. I know I've seen people talk about them, but can you imagine opening up one of those cases and seeing what's in there? What if the AOK was in there? I mean, that would be like super worth it to do a ripped. I don't have an AOK real rider, so of course that would be an awesome one to have. But just to pull that out, see what's on there, get hopefully pristine packaging that I could take pictures of and put on the website for the package side, and then any extras, just go ahead and probably recoup some of that money, because I'm sure that's going to be a several $1,000 box to buy at that point. But those are things that I think about would be really cool and fun to do. Um, or maybe if I do plan, if this does take off, I planned on getting a warehouse and having a place in there, and then maybe going live from there, and then if people were in the area, they could come and kind of watch and be part of it, and maybe we'll do some racing and stuff because I want to build a scale 1/4 mile track with all the lights and the timer and all that kind of stuff. Aspirations that I have someday when I can afford it. So, but yeah, that'd be cool. What would be another fun case? A 95 case would be kind of cool to open up with the treasure hunt 95. But I would I don't know. That's I think it's overrated, to be honest. I don't think they're worth $1,000. I've got cars that are one of 500 that are, I think, worth more than that. Even, I don't know. I think it's just kind of blown out, but they've got those crazy '67 Camaro people out there. So, I mean, if I was gonna have a Camaro, like a real Camaro, it wouldn't be a '67. It would definitely be a '70 split bumper. Right, those things are just mean, and throw some monster, motor in there. Throw that, big monster 576, or is it? It's not. Is it 576? I think that's what their big crate motor is, right? Throw that in there, and I don't know. But all right, what else can we talk about? I feel like it's getting a little crazy. You picked up an F&F Premium Mix 4 today. Oh, nice. See, there's all kinds. I mean, there's so many. I don't know. I think Fast and Furious is kind of getting crazy anyway. It's kind of had its time, and they should probably move on. I prefer the second gen split bumper, front split bumper. Yeah, I'd have to see pictures to know exactly what I'm a '70 Roadrunner guy, so I could sit here and talk about the Roadrunner. Wish I could afford one and have one of those. I would want a true 440 Roadrunner, and it's got to be the hard top so I can have the front windows down with no that bar part of the door or whatever support. So splitting it open or splitting it and all that kind of stuff. Plain Jane, I don't even need a radio, right? Black bench seats, 4-speed on the floor, right? So that's my kind of ideal car. And then if I had plenty of money, right, I would take it down to Ken Diggett and from Bitchin' Rides and let his metal worker have at it. Put in, flush the windows, front and rear windows, so I don't have any of that rust issues that they have. Remove the drip rail, black it out. I'm not a chrome person, so just really, demonize it, and I don't mind having the stock wheels, although they do make a replica of the stock wheel, but in a, I think, 17-inch format or 18-inch format or something. That'd be fine, but that would be like awesome for me. That's my car. That's if I get my trucks done. So once I have the Excursion, that's gonna go up 10 inches, running on probably 30s, 38s, 37s, 38s with 10-inch lift, maybe 38s. You probably could push 39s on a 10-inch lift on Excursion. We'll see what happens. And then just making it drivability wise with the 6-liter diesel in there. Banks stuff on it, exhaust and intake. I've already got the intercooler on there, probably a KC turbo and some bulletproof diesel parts and whatnot. That'd be fun. And then have somebody do a good paint job on it, and that thing will be wrapped up. I don't need a whole lot on that, but yeah, that's lifelong goals. Any issues with the 6.0? So I got my first 6.0 in, let's see, I was stationed in Pensacola, Florida, so 2014, 2013. I think 2013 I got my first 6.0. It was a 2004 crew cab, long bed dually, and two-wheel drive, because I was thinking I was just going to pull a camper with it. I wasn't going to do any, obviously off-road stuff with that. And it did have some issues down the road. I drove it up into north of Georgia, and on the way back it kind of had its issues. I ended up having a glow plug tip break off, bounce around in there, hit my injector tip, messing it up, causing it to, free flow fuel, and then broke the exhaust valve and went out. And so I had to have it towed home from North Georgia, which is about 4 hours. It was raining. My girlfriend at the time and I were in this, cab of the, single cab of this wrecker, and this dude is falling asleep driving in the rain with my truck on the back. I was just like, oh my gosh. And so anyways, that's when I did some research. I tore it down. This was my first diesel motor I worked on, really, and pulled the heads. That's when I found all the damage on the number 8 cylinder, and put all new valves in. I did a full Banks kit, so the intercooler, the pipes, the cold air charge pipes, the exhaust, the Economine tuner, and then I put in a full bulletproof kit. So I did the water pump, EGR cooler, replaced. I did do a regular Ford. No, I went with the external oil cooler from Bulletproof Diesel. So that moves it to an air cooled system out front of the radiator, and puts the oil filter down below in the bumper. I did that. What else went on there? It was about 10 grand in work, and I put all that on there, and that thing would roast those tires, those dually tires. And then so that was my first one. I learned all that, how to put all that stuff on, work on it, and really understand it, how everything kind of works, new injectors and stuff like that. And then I moved to the Baltimore area, and I started getting different ones. What I really wanted to get was a 2006 Outlaw F250, and I never really got there. I got close with a XLT that had black interior, but it didn't have like everything I wanted. So I did some work on that one. I bought my wife a 2004 F250 from Ohio. We drove our, and I had a green Excursion, a 2004 Excursion then too. Drove that to pick it up, and on the way back, the injector O-rings, one or a couple of them, I don't know, after I pulled them out, turned in, started to have blow by. And so we stopped under an underpass on our way back. I had 3 friends with me. I pulled out all the injectors under the overpass, replaced all the O-rings, put in new standpipes and dummy plugs just to make sure it was, because I knew it was a high pressure oil system issue, and slapped it back together. We actually almost got stuck under there, because when we were taking it apart, my friend leaned on the lower degas bottle hose and broke the little Y piece on it, and we couldn't find a store that had that particular hose in stock. We actually had to have, I think it was like 30 minutes away, we finally found one, and then that was the last part. We put it all back together and we drove all the way home. It was kind of fun. I do have a 7.3. I have a 1997 F350 crew cab long bed with the 7.3 liter. In fact, I got the lights in it today. We had a water pump leak in it, so I pulled the water pump off. It had rust down in the radiator core support, and so I bought a new core support, and we'd put that on there, and then when I took the lights off, they were so frail, the bottom, the turn signal lights like broke out of place, and so I bought new ones, so those will probably go on tomorrow. I have, I just put water in it right now. After I'll flush it back out and put in coolant, and that thing is ready to roll again. It does have the least amount of miles out of all the trucks I have on the property, which is pretty cool. It's the oldest truck, and so it does have gray interior, which is probably the only way I would have bought it. It's a red and white two-tone with gray interior, and it's got I want to say around 160,000 miles maybe. But that will be back on the road hopefully tomorrow, and maybe we'll live and drive it to Kings Dominion, because we're all going to Kings Dominion, since I get free tickets now. So, but we're gonna hang out with and do the haunt stuff. But yeah, so I do have a 7.3. My first 7.3 liter diesel was a 2002 F250 crew cab short bed. Super crazy story is with that one, how much of a small world this is. I just had my son, so this is 2004. My son was born. I had a Nissan Frontier with the supercharged V6 in it, and the baby seat would only slightly fit in the back seat in the middle. It wouldn't fit behind the front and or the passenger and driver's seat. We only put them kind of in the middle. And as I was driving off of base, the Chevrolet dealership had this F250, a 7.3 liter. It was green. I'll have to throw some pictures up somewhere. And yeah, so all stock, nice, really good shape, really clean. And I was like, man, that would be perfect, because obviously the baby seat, with it being rear facing and all that kind of stuff, would fit in the back seat. And so we traded in the Frontier. I got that F250, drove it home, had it for a little while. I put an 8-inch lift on it, 39-inch tires, and a Hypertech programmer on it. And I go over to a friend's house who I was stationed with on a submarine, and he had gone down to Cocoa Beach, and had come back and was in the area, and it was his truck he had just traded in when he moved back to Kings Bay, Georgia, and I bought it, unbeknownst that he had it, and he didn't know that I had bought it until we met up, and he was like, "That's my truck," and I was like, "What? I got this from a Chevrolet dealership," and he was like, "This Chevrolet dealership?" And I was like, "Yeah." But I had lifted it, and so now he was like, "I shouldn't have sold that thing." So, so yeah, that was actually my first diesel truck, and that's what hooked me onto it. And it was really interesting because I bought it, and I was like, because diesel was cheaper than gas back then, and I was like, oh man, this is great, because now it's save some money on fuel. I would say within a month that flip flop. The price of diesel went way up above gas. I don't say way up above, but it went above gasoline, and I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? This is ridiculous." But I've been a diesel person ever since, and have owned a diesel truck since then. So currently, I have my 2005 Ford Excursion. I have a 2004 F250 that's already lifted, and I got to figure out what's wrong with it. I have the 97 F350 crew cab long bed dually, and then my 2004 350 long bed dually. Sorry, the 97 is not a dually; it's a long bed, 4-wheel drive. My 2004, I originally bought the first 6-liter, is now a 4-wheel drive. I converted it to 4-wheel drive and dropped the dual wheels. So it's 4-wheel drive, single wheel, long bed, crew cab. So, and once they are, that's my daily driver right now, because I got to change out O-rings for the Excursion. But once I have the other F250, or the other F250 running, I'm gonna sell the white one finally, I think. Although it's got, I think I'm coming on 270,000 miles on. I mean, it runs good. It's been the best running truck since I did that work to it. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. So like right now, like it no lights, you know, nothing. It purrs, it gets up and goes. It doesn't have the Banks Econoline and anything on it right now. It just has the bulletproof diesel kind of stuff on it, but it's not power grabbing or anything. But it runs super well. It's almost a shame. I was gonna sell it earlier, but then I had an issue with my Excursion, so I wanted to wait. And then the water pump started leaking on the other truck, so I was like, dang, this is all happening at one time. But those are getting fixed, so now I'll have time to work on the Big Blue and see what's wrong with her and get her going. So, hey, we're up to 6 people again. We were down to 4, or I don't know if it had been if it had been accurate anywhere at this point. If you're still with us, that's awesome. If you got ideas for videos, man, put those down and put them in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to watch, or if you want to see something now. What casting would you like to see right now? How about that? I'll go pull the case. What Blackwall casing? Because I don't have all the new stuff yet. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Anybody needs some cars? You pay the shipping. I'll ship you like, I don't know, a medium box full of cars. What casting would you like to see from the collection? And I'll go pull it. Baja Breaker. Oh man, a heavy one. Where are all my Baja Breakers? This will be fun. Hold on, give me a second here. Oh, I got a case. Oh man. Alright, Baja Breakers. I'm going to have to set this back a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Pull these cars out of the way. Got that new 57 Chevy. That's awesome. New variation. Probably an error. Whatever. Alright. So let's do... Alright, these are the older ones, looks like. So they're always in a Plano case. I'll pull these up. Alright, so here's the first one. First release. Got a nice, they got the plastic opening hood. This does have the bar splitting the 2 windows in the back. And you can see this is kind of an orangey color, whereas that one is more of a red color. So that's pretty cool. Both of those have the support bars for the rear doors. Both of those will be Hong Kong bases. And then here is where they have no support. So here's what that looks like. So see the difference there. So there's the Baja Breaker, that first one. Let's see. Do I have the other one in here? Oh yeah, perfect. I only have, so here's the green one with the blue ribbon tampo. Set that there. This one has my olive tampo. So here is the olive tampo. Got a couple of chippies on it, but these are a little more expensive to get, so it's all right. I don't mind it as long as it's a very accurate representation of it. So there's the 2 differences when they say the olive tampo. That's this little ribbon here with Baja Breaker in it. So you can get it in blue or you can get it in olive. Everything else is the same. And these are Hong Kong bases as well. There's going to be a few of these orange ones. Let's see. 4x4 anyway. There we go. So basic wheels. And then you got the Hong Kong base on that. You got your gray hub Rail Rider. Again, I think that's a Malaysia base. let's see, there was no white hub on this one, so don't be fooled by that. Here's a base variation. So we have the Malaysia and the Bar Malaysia base variations for the gray hub. And I got one more in here, it looks like. Let's see if that's a base variation as well. Let's see, Bar Malaysia, that's the side. Not really. So I got an extra gray hub, Bar Malaysia, or just regular Malaysia, no bar. All right, so there's that one. Let's see what's next. I've got the motocross one with the hole in the back there for its little picture. I did take pictures of these. I think I have them on the website now, where I got a really good picture of inside these. I know I did it for all of the Simpsons ones, but I don't think we'll get close enough in here. Where am I looking at? I don't even know where the... Whoop, you would think I would be good at this, but you can't see in there. It's too close. Anyways, so there's that one. The other similar one to it, right? Got that picture in the back. So I think I got that one on the website. So I got good pictures within there. Here's kind of a custom, or what do they call them? Dang, I'm blanking on the name. But anyways, this was for a convention, the Van Toy convention. This is just a sticker over it. So not like it was, you know, not super crazy or a regular Tampo. Then you have your A-Team van, as most people call it. This one has the black plastic opening hood on it still, and Bar Malaysia base. Then you have a gray hub, Real Rider. That one has a just regular Malaysia base, but that does have the Bar 1977 on it. Code 3. That's Code 3. So, and then we have the casted hood shut one. This one has the no Bar Malaysia or 77 on it. And there's a couple of variations on that, on these as well for base variations. And then you have your CT wheel variation of it. Here's your Blackwall version of the ATV one. So you can only find this on the black and blue card before the blue card era, and then this one you could find on both. So this was a blue card era, secondarily after it came out on the black and blue. And there is a somewhat, I think it's prototype or pre-production piece with black interior in these. I don't know if it's, I think it's on the CT wheel actually. I got a couple of friends with both of them have it, of that one. Then you have your blue card only one. This is a China base for that. And then we've got all of the Simpsons ones. So here is the chrome hub with the skinny stripe, the yellow hub with the skinny stripe, and the white hub with the skinny stripe. And then we have a yellow hub with the thick stripe. So that's the difference in these. So you can see that difference in stripe thickness. And there's same deal, white hub and the chrome hub. The pictures in these are all different. Oh, well, sorry, they're different by the hub. So if the chrome hub, if you got the chrome hub one, they usually have the same picture. If you got the yellow hub one, they have the same picture. And if you have the white hub, I do have one that is mixed up with the wrong picture, which is kind of interesting. Oh yeah, hitting all around it. 3, 4, 5, code something. So there's the Volkswagen. This isn't gonna fit in there. Or Volkswagen. Good lord, what am I thinking? There's the difference for my Baja breakers from all of the older stuff. And there's some newer stuff in there nowadays. There's, you know, they made them in the 2000s. There's the oh my goodness, what's that? Classic series. So there's a classic series. All right, so that's the Baja breaker. So I'll do one more of those, and then I'm probably gonna go ahead and call it a night. Let me put this one back. So what else do you want to see? What's the next casting? I'll give the lag a chance to catch up. Do one more casting. What do y'all want to see? Rescue Ranger. Oh, I like that one. That one shares the base too. As does the Baja Breaker. Good choice. Rescue Ranger. We have to bring this out. We'll see how it goes. I have 3 cases of these. And there's a bunch of doubles. Because I am a person that likes to have fire and rescue stuff. So, in this top one, there we go. I don't know, it asked me to reconnect. That's kind of weird. And my time isn't moving. Oh no, I did freeze up. Let's see here. So we'll... Oh, there we go. Maybe we're back now. There we go. All right, so let's see. I was talking about these splatter paint ones. I don't know how much was missed, but we've got blue tinted and just tinted windows for 5 spokes, and then we've got a blue tinted window with the razor wheels. And that's from the splatter paint series. I think all these are the same. And why I have 7 of them, I'm not really sure. Oh, there's a 5 spoke. Can we see that? There we go. So there's 5 hole and 5 spoke, yellow tinted windows, yellow transparent interior. So there's those. I think that's the differences. So I've got a bunch of those. That was that whole case. And that's not full. So just to show you, like I do have extras of those, but the whole case isn't full. So that's one case. Let's see. We'll just keep going. 7 of them started sounding like my... Oh, yeah. It gets... I said I like the rescue stuff. So here is the Baywatch. There's a 7 spoke. Looks like that's a 7 spoke. So three of these. And my thing got turned sideways. That's kind of interesting. So there's that. You got your blue card era version of it. I don't know of any variations on that one. Here's another one, 5 hole wheels. We've got the red line. So here's one of the earliest ones. This actually had a different name, didn't it? Dang. Should be on this. Ranger. Let's see, I can't remember. It should be on the website though. So if I hit reset and go on there, let's search body color green. 515 window color. These is a tinted. Oh no, I'm off the internet on this side too. Man, I'm just having all kinds of internet technical issues tonight. Oh, there we go. All right, so window color tinted 75. We'll do wheel filter, wheel type, red line 6. Here we go. Ranger rig. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Probably because it was similar to Rescue Ranger. But there's the first iteration of this. I'm pretty sure if I go to links and castings, there is some red with the red lines as well. So there's that one. I don't think I have the red one with red lines. Nope. Here's probably the earliest one I have. Kind of a dark red, white on the tampos, right? So that's a little bit different. If you look at this one here, it doesn't have those white outlines around there. Let's see. Got another one. I think some of these were base variations as well. Maybe not that one. That one's pretty rough. So we got a bunch of those. Like this whole row is the blue card one. Here's a newer one. Well, I say newer. newer than 90s. Another newer one. That one came from, I think, the 2-pack or no, that was a 5-pack car. So here's, like I said, lots of doubles. So there's that Rescue Ranger. And speaking of doubles, here's another Ranger rig. Emergency Squad was the original name of the red one. Here's the Real Rider. Pretty cool. You can, man, why is this thing all, oh, it's probably because I'm hitting the thing. Terrible camera etiquette, but you guys are sticking with me, so it's cool. So there's that one. You can get this in a Blackwall variation as well. So there's the Blackwall. I think I got 3 of these Blackwall ones. Yep. So there's that. So one with actual variations. Let's go with that. These are kind of cool. So these are from a 5-pack, and you can see here we got it in red and black and in white that you can hardly see. Plus these have like dark tinted chrome bases, so they're all that way. I have yet to see one without it. So there's the 3 variations of those. The white one's the toughest of that. The other 2 are pretty much the same. I never had any issues getting those 2, but white took me a few, I'd say a couple of months tracking down those cars, packages to get them. Let's see here. We've got Rescue Ranger. Those are both 7 spokes. I think those are the same. Both made in Malaysia, so those are the same. Here's a 5-hole wheel for that. I think there's a razor wheel of this that I don't have yet, or at least I haven't opened the 5-pack. You've got your 5-spoke and 5-hole wheel variation of that one. And then I think these are all the same, if I remember right. Just extras. Yep. So, and then you've got your black and blue pre-blue card era variation. I got 3 of those. And then there's some very new ones to me. So there you go. There's the Emergency Squad, Rescue Ranger, Ranger Rig, all the different names. They're all available on the website. All 3 names are there. If you put in any single one of those names, all of it will come up. So if you type in Ranger Rig, the Emergency Squad and Rescue Ranger will pop up. If you type in the other 2, the same thing. Oh, and then now I get this one to add with the Thailand base, so that's cool. But there you go. There is the Rescue Rangers. Love going nuts on castings. Have a passion for. I know a site you can check for that. Oh yeah. There we go. I think we're about ready to come back. Watch the time move. 1:14. All right. So obviously having some technical issues. Finally got back, but I think we'll call it a night before we have any more. We'll do this again. If you want to go live on Sunday night, I will. We could do some more casting stuff. I'll see what I can get put in Sunday morning and be able to do some ripping live and whatnot. And then if you guys have some castings in mind you want to see, be prepared. I'll go ahead and start pulling more castings, and we'll go through what I've gotten so far for that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I said I'll be having some fun tomorrow in King's Dominion, so I'll talk about that, I'm sure, on Friday or on Sunday. And then if there's any other types of videos, I'll probably do some Sunday morning. So he's got 5 to 6 videos I'm working on. Oh yeah. But I really appreciate it. We got to 500. We'll work towards 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, we'll see where it kind of goes from there. So thanks, guys. Enjoy. Have a good weekend. I will make some videos Sunday for sure, and if I get some time, we'll go live. So awesome deal. Thanks, guys. Good night.